FragWatch here. Today we're going to be doing the review for the ATK Blazing Sky F1 Extreme Esports Leviathan collaboration. It's this blue one. This darker light blue one. Alright, here we go. So, let me get this out of the way. I feel these two mice, the HitScan Hyperlight and our good old F1 here, perform almost identical. It's basically like comparing a Pulsar X2 with a Pulsar X2H with a little bit of a less extreme hump. This is more snub in the back. The F1, the HitScan is just slightly more extended, I guess. Like it goes whoosh. Back angle of attack is less extreme, but everything else feels almost identical between these mice, which for us as consumers is a good thing, because it seems like their availability is different between regions, and it's easier to get in some regions and the others easier to get in other regions, which is good. So that out of the way. Also, if you've watched my initial impressions on this mouse, then you already know what I'm going to say, because they haven't changed. They've only gotten more positive and more confirmed in what I already thought. It's a great mouse. I play excellent with this on many services. Buttons, they're crisp. They're they got just a little bit of pre-travel, but I like that. Helps avoid slam clicking on quick swipes. It's nice. They have that little smooth area on the scroll wheel that I really like. It just helps with that transfer over. It's nice and smooth, glossed over. Stepping on the mouse wheel, very crisp, very nice. And I've put probably 35 hours on this now, so I feel very comfortable giving a full review on this. Put in twice as many hours almost as I would normally. Side buttons, again. On the side buttons, though, there's almost like no pre-travel. They're very crisp, very tactile. You can, it's a good sound mouse. Little strength test squeeze. Oh, man, I'm really putting some force into that. Like this should be like fucking breaking, to be honest. Like, it's doing better than most mice do, which is like most every mouse you can hear creaking if you grip it tight enough. And that, not a whole lot, which is awesome. I like the color on this Leviathan. From my understanding, the other mice in the series that aren't the collaboration perform relatively the same. There's no technical differences between the two, or between the other F1s. Anyways, skate design. Let's pull out some of my other favorite skate designs. Okay, so this is the F1. It's got a pretty typical skate layout, very similar to almost every mouse in the price range at this point, but specifically reminds me of like a Pulsar skate design, very similar to that. That's the X3, and that's a terrible example. I hate that damn thing. Here we go. That's the Pulsar Feynman. All right, so it's got a good skate design. It's got a good skate ring. Yeah, it's nice. Very simplistic bottom, just an off-on switch. The dongle here is this bad boy, and works well. It's 8K. Yeah, it's very hard to complain about this thing, man. I'm really stretching my mind here, trying to think of like one thing I didn't enjoy. The coating seemed to only get better over time. very grippy. It's got a pulsar type feeling to it. It's not a good example, but it's got like that, just that same feeling. It's like powdery, pretty grippy, like a matte texture. Really nice. Pulsars tend to either patina over time or wear down, depending on, I don't know, the more recent versions seem to just get grippier over time, but previous versions and iterations seem to lose some grip over time on the pulsars. I digress. This one does not suffer from that. It seems like the same type of new powder coating that Pulsar is also using. Very nice to the touch, very easy to clean. I think I've only cleaned this mouse once, and that was just to see how it cleaned up, see if it took the coating off. So really enjoyable there. How I gripped this mouse most of the time was a pretty aggressive or relaxed claw, depending on the game I'd play. My hands measure 16.5 long by 12 to 12.5 wide, depending on the day. And I have very thick hand pads. Drumming, video gaming, for most of my life, that's kind of the thing. So, yeah, there we go. I got to apologize about this review. I'm really tired. I'm trying to get some of these reviews cranked out so I can move on and start testing new products and get my top 5 lists out for 2024. I've put extensive testing in over the winter holidays for these 3, this one as well. And so we're just trying to push through. I'm sick right now, better than I was 2 days ago, for sure. Thank God. But yeah, so here we are. This is a mouse I'd recommend for claw grip, or if you have long fingers, fingertip grip. I typically would never recommend a symmetrical mouse for palm grip. And I should make a video and go into that on why. Anywho, if you're fingertip gripping, I'm going to try and do like a kind of a relaxed fingertip grip. I hate the granddaddy long leg people who fingertip grip like that. I like the ones that like rest part of their arm on the mouse pad. I mean, just from a physiological point of view, in esports, it's hard to recommend keeping your arm elevated and having like that spider grip on it. Like, I think that's dumb. So if you are doing a fingertip grip in a more ergonomic way, you're going to need hands. This is me just fingertip gripping, top, no contact. You're going to need fingers that are at least 18.5 long. I'd recommend 19 or longer. For hand width on this, I would actually recommend having under 12, under 11.5 even, maybe even under 11 centimeters wide. That way you get just a more firm grip on the mouse. I really have to like cramp in with the width of my hand to get a hold of this if I were going to fingertip grip it. Now with claw grip, I think 12.5 and under is going to be fine, because I can do like a really aggressive claw, and I'm getting, so the only part of my palm coming in contact is like right here. Okay, so and that's on an aggressive. So if you aggressive claw grip primarily, I would say 17.5, 18.5 or under, and then any width over 7 is going to be fine for that. And we're talking centimeters here for all the people measuring in inches like my country does. Just because it's easier, it's more accurate, and more people around the world are going to understand it because it makes more sense. Yeah. Anyways, I wish my country would switch over to the metric system. I digress. Okay. So it relaxed. Now you can see here I'm reaching almost the edge in a relaxed claw, and my palms are almost touching the very back bottom of the mouse. So if you're doing a relaxed claw, keep it under 18 unless you're comfortable with going into kind of like a hybrid claw fingertip where you are coming off of the mouse with your palm. And if you do that, if that's your grip style, where you're like hybriding between fingertip and claw, like almost any mouse size is going to work for you. Just to let you know. So if you're that type of gripper, and I think that's like the ultimate grip style, by the way, I think that it gives you the most accuracy and stability. Secret hint, if you ever taken lessons from me or wanted, yeah, I don't do lessons anymore. I'm not good enough for that. But in the past, yeah. So, yeah, let's, man, if I had to give this a rating out of 10, I'd give it it's probably going to be in my top 5 mice of 2024. Full stop. For symmetrical and for claw grip. Pretty hard to beat. For fingertip, I might tie it with these, with the HitScan Hyperlight. I'll tell you that right now. They're great mice and very reliable. I've had a lot of fun playing on it. It's been like taking a little coupe out when you're used to an SUV. Just kind of fun, you know? Kind of a nice little zoom. I really like that. The skate design, so when I am gripping, the sensor falls a little bit back, more towards the back. I don't know if you can make that out very well, but it's falling a little bit back towards my pinky more, as opposed to, get another grip on this, as opposed to my ring finger. But it does feel balanced and stable. The weight of the mouse is very even. You can feel just a little bit more towards the back, but it corresponds with the hump. So it balances out. It's a really not well-balanced mouse. Very enjoyable to use. Yeah, do I recommend this mouse? Absolutely. At $90, man, that's, at least in the US, that's really hard not to recommend to people. Maybe, I don't know if I want to say this yet, but maybe even over a Pulsar X2 or X2H. It's saying a lot from me, man. I got to tell you. And I've had 3 mice just in the last 3 months kind of bump it up and really challenge that price point for what's the best symmetrical mouse in that price range. It's one of them. Man, there's 4. There's 4 of them. Jeez Louise. Here's the other one. Give some size comparison here. So here's our HTK right here. This is the Maya X by Lamzu. This is the Agaz by Centauli. This is a chonker. And here is the Hyperlight by HitScan. And just for fun, the HTR by G-Wolves, my little strawberry. Love that thing. That's going to probably get fingertip of the year, by the way. I got one more mouse to throw in there and test that I really have been meaning to get to before that result comes in. But so this is the lineup. You can see it's kind of medium size. Get these all on their size here. Ooh, yeah, you guys get to see a little stacking operation. This one I don't know is going to sit on its side. It's not. So we're going to leave the strawberry there. A little bite. Good, nice, delicious. I like this size. I really enjoy it. I like the button height as well. One thing I think they could have improved on from this to this, from the HitScan, is the side button size. So you can see these are really small in comparison. They remind me of like Microsoft IntelliExplorer 3.0 mice. Just the size of the side buttons really remind me of that. Yeah. Anywho, so I'll wrap this up. I'll keep this one brief because I've already done this isn't brief, but keep this more brief. This is pretty much my initial impressions confirmed video. Maybe I'll put that in the title. Hopefully people can, not waste their time on this if they already watched the initial impressions, because it's the same. I feel even more strongly and in conviction about those things that I said in that now. So with that said, we'll wrap this up. Turn this mouse on so I can hit stop recording, because I'm going to stop recording the ATK F1 Blazing Sky Extreme Leviathan collaboration. Mouse, wireless gaming mouse. 8K wireless gaming mouse by ATK. Let me give you a little. If you're the Leviathan person, that's the logo on the back. I don't think I've given a close-up of that. Pretty cool. Yep. Awesome. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Glad to be back after the break. Thanks, guys.